Hi, everyone. My name is Rita Crompton, and it is with great sadness that I have to let you know that Mark Andol, President and CEO of Made in America store, has passed away. We did our recording. I believe it was probably his last recording on Monday, and on Tuesday, he was in a tragic accident. Mark was and always will be an American hero. The founding of Made in America store was in response to all of the manufacturing that was being lost to China in 2010. And Mark was absolutely adamant that people who were manufacturing in America should be able to sell in America and that people would be able to find the products. I now present to you the last interview that he did.
This episode of Made in America TV is brought to you by America's Inventorly and Home Talk U.S.A. Home Talk is a proud member of the King's Broadcasting Network, which has been bringing you the best in home-based innovation since 1998.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us for this episode of Made in America.
My guest right now is Mark Andol. He has got a wonderful story and a wonderful store. I can't wait to go shopping online. Mark, thanks so much for being with us today.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
We're just fine. So you've got the Made in America store.
Yes.
And it's not just a shopping place. It's like a vacation destination.
Yeah, it's a destination. We get buses. We've had 1,500 tour buses come this year.
Awesome.
And they keep coming.
That is so cool. All right. So, back in 2010, what happened? What was the spark moment that got you to do this?
Well, I was running General Welding and Fabricating, which is my parent main company. And we were, building products. And one of my products were, a steel post that goes inside plastic fencing that gives it distribution, a load-bearing structure. And my customer wanted more and more money out of it, and I couldn't take any more money out of it. So I said, do what you have to do. Well, they said they could build it in Florida. Well, it wasn't Florida. It ended up being China. And China, took over my, 6 regional support centers right overnight.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, but you didn't cave on that. It was challenging, but you said, fine. Let's do it this way. Oh, I hear myself saying that all the time. Makes my husband crazy. So what did you do?
Yeah, April 3rd, 2010, I opened the, Made in America store. We had tough times from 1989 to 2007. We were building, all types of different things at General Welding, but we had, between 5 employees to 70 employees. And of the 70 employees, 18 family members, 3 guys I went to kindergarten with. So a tight group.
Wow. Yeah.
And, we were doing good, but 2007, we hit that bump in the road, where, we were building that steel post and, that my customer came out and said, hey, we can get it cheaper. So I was forced, with 2007, 2008, 2009, that was the Great Recession, and that recession hit hard. And, that caused me to close 2 of my 4 plants. I laid off, 40 of my 70 employees, at 18 family members, 3 guys I went to kindergarten with. So a tight group. And, April 3rd, 2010, I went across the street. Again, we had closed 2 plants. I went to an out of business Ford dealership and I asked Jay Fisher, the owner, would you rent this to me? He said, what are you going to do? I said, open a Made in America store, make a statement for our country, soldier, American worker, people that work with their hands. And
that's awesome. You've got a wonderful mission statement. Share with our listeners, what is your mission?
Yeah, to create and save quality livelihoods in the United States of America by increasing American manufacturing for our children's future.
So those products that you sell in your store and online, I've gone and I've been looking, and you've got some wonderful options, and everything there is made in America.
Yeah, 15,000 products, 100% made in America. We support 500 privately owned American manufacturers. So everything to the glue, down to the packaging, everything, all components have to be 100% made in America.
That's amazing. I don't think most of our listeners know that there are that many products made in America. So give us an idea. What are some of the different things that they can find on your website, or categories that they can find on your website?
Yeah, clothing, signs, candies, S-wing hammers, all different Lidman, Rada knives, all different products. Again, out of 15,000 products, so we only have, we support 500 American manufacturers, but we don't have nothing that plugs in or takes a battery. And that's amazing. That's 100% made in America.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, when you're looking at the different types of manufacturers, all right, who are can you tell us who are some of the manufacturers that you support?
Yeah, we support Channel Lock, from Meadville, Pennsylvania. They build the best tools going. They're about 400 people strong. S-wing hammers, Bayside t-shirts, clothing. We had all different Lidman, Rada, all different food products. Complete assortment. Yeah, and you can see that at madeinamericastore.com. But there's quite a few different products. It just goes on and on.
So, well, it does, and it's been fascinating to go and do some shopping and look around and see the different variety of products. How do the different folks who are making products, because we get a lot of inventors. The inventors that I work with, probably 50%, they all want to make in America. Not all of them can do that yet. How are you seeing those opportunities increase?
Yeah, I think more and more now with automation, additive manufacturing, better manufacturing facilities. But I think the drive is right now to bring back made in America for sure. And that's what we need, everybody to focus on. Manufacturing is the heartbeat of America, and that's where we need to be.
It is, and it's wonderful to see those things start coming back. So when, the manufacturers that you're dealing with that are providing you product, do you see them taking on into new products to manufacture, or do you see other people stepping out and setting up new companies?
Yeah, I think both. I think, we're always sent different ideas, but I think, even Channel Lock, if you talk about Channel Lock, they were at 300 employees. They're probably 400 employees now, and they got more and more tools that they make because the drive and the request is there. People want these tools. And all types of made in America products. They're looking for people just, if they look at, we lead with quality. So quality is the ticket. We always said we became a throwaway world. So, if we can lead with quality and make quality products, then people will buy them as long as the prices are, competitive. And I think we've proved that our prices are competitive. They're not crazy. They're not way above. You get a quality product that lasts a long time. And I think that's what people want.
Absolutely, absolutely. How do you decide if somebody's coming to you and say, all right, I'm making these products. I know we've had Stacy Keeler on from Stitch, Kentucky a few times, and they manufacture textile products right there in Kentucky. So how do you decide the products that you're going to bring into the store?
Yeah, so it's hard. We have a little voting system. It's got to be 100% made in America. All the components in our store that's our concept and core value. It has to be 100% made in America. So that's hard. We're the only 100% made in America store in the world. But other people, that was our concept core value from the beginning. So, 50-50 doesn't do it. We want it to be 100%. So we have manufacturers change to be in our store too.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we're going to take a break here real quick and go and pay some bills because everybody's got to pay their bills. And then we're going to be right back with a few more questions. In the meantime, anybody out there, you are wondering about the way to buy American goods, it is to go to madeinAmericaStore.com. So stick with us, everybody. We will be right back. Thank you so much for being with us for this segment of Built in America. And yes, we've had some transitions here. We used to be Made in America. We're switching that over just a little bit because we are looking at all the different things that are built in America. Our guest for this segment is Mark Andol, the owner, founder, and, head honcho at Made in America store. And, it's a wonderful story for all of us to, know you're there. So if there was anything that you wanted America to know about Made in America store, Mark, what would it be?
Yeah, that we've got a great team. We're based outside of Buffalo. We're about 18,000 square foot, and we hold 15,100% made in America products and support 500 privately owned American businesses. So, we do a lot to bring these products. We want to bring, made in America, make it important again. We want to make, made in America show up better than it has in the past. But my father worked at Bethlehem Steel, worked at Ford Motor Company. Back in his day, he's 87. They always had made in America products. It wasn't a question, so everything was maybe not 100%, but everything was a good quality tool. He laughs, back then you didn't have to push it or drive it. It was there, and people, bought made in America products because they were quality tools or whatever you were buying. But it was more, relevant, more, around then. Now we're trying to bring it back. People like what, they see at our store. It brings back nostalgic ideas. They might see candy bars or chocolate that they haven't seen in a while, or stainless, steel signs. They might see, a shirt. Our favorite shirt is the Made in America store shirt because China's a long drive to work. That's on the back. And we had that shirt for 15 years. When we started the store, and that's done real well. But we've got a lot of different shirts and clothing. People like to see that again nowadays. Made in America makes sense. It's not political. It's not an RRD thing. We like to say it's a red, white, and blue thing.
Right, absolutely. So when you went across the street and you asked to, rent out the car dealership, I'm assuming it was empty at that point.
Yes.
How did you start getting products in the door? I mean, inspiration is one thing, but how do you put it into steps 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Yeah, it was an out of business Ford dealership at the time. April 3rd, 2010, we opened. But we had 2,000 square foot, but we started, me and my brother-in-law at the time, Rob Whalen, we started looking for things and asking people, trying to drive what's made in America. And we didn't really realize the project or the challenge that we had, looking for items that are 100% made in America, very difficult. Some people, showed us their products, but they weren't quite there. So we let them change a few screws or parts to be 100% made in America. So we like that. And, if they changed, we had 3 letters of authenticity, they could be in our store. So we slowly built it. We only started with about 50 products that were 100% made in America. And today we stand 15 years later at 15,000 products, 100%
Wow.
made in America.
Wonderful. Well, I have some inventors who would probably like to license their tools to the tool company. They're just getting started, patents filed, prototypes done, working products in the marketplace. So certainly we'll reach out to you about that. Do have people manufacturing their product in the U.S., 100% made. Some of them are, plant products, garden products, some tools. Some of them would like to be able to manufacture in the U.S., but they can't quite get there yet. But we do have some really cool ones. And so what you said, you've got a team of folks that evaluate. What are you looking for?
Yeah, we like to make sure with the 3 letters of authenticity that every product, every part is 100% made in America, because that's who made us, that's what made us who we are. Making sure we, vet every product and that it is 100% made in America. So people, come, basically if they come through our doors, we've done the homework for them. So, they trust us and they believe it's 100% made in America. And the same thing online at madeinamericastore.com. You've got to make sure you honor what you stand for. And we do. Our concept and core value is 100% made in America with American components.
Excellent. And, I've had a lot of people say, well, how do you know? And it's like when you read the fine print on the packaging, there's some of those countries that skirt around the truth with their wording. So the poor consumer doesn't always know when they're really getting it unless they're going to your store.
Right.
Then they know.
Yes, that's what they like. We've done the homework. They come in, they shop, and they know, they're buying 100% made in America products, and their money is staying in this country, and that's very important too. And we support skilled trades too. I'd love to get metal shops, wood shops back in high schools. Skilled trades push is real. It is for our children's future. Everything we do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell us about some of these special events that you have of, the bus tours.
Yeah.
When folks are looking for a cool place to go on vacation to go shopping, tell us how that works and
Yeah,
what they
well, our
do.
Dorothy Courtney runs the buses. But we book buses. We're probably at 158 this year. We've had 1,500 over the 15 years. So they come from all over. Every state in the country, pretty well has brought a bus. It's a tour bus. They'll stop in. We got a bus entrance. We might even cater food for them if they need it. So they'll stop in and 56 people with the driver, up to 56 people with the driver, and they like to see what Americans are making. They have a ball.
Yeah, that is so wonderful. It's like people think that they can go online and buy Made in America, and they can go to your store site and go shopping and everything. But I think so many of them forget what it's like to have a bricks and mortar store.
Yes, yeah, yeah. We're the only one, so it's hard. But when they come and see it, they love it. They're on vacation, so they enjoy themselves. They go around, buy good things. They have a lot of fun shopping, picking stuff up, showing with their partners different items that we have, and it just brings back memories to them. Or they're impressed with the quality of the products.
Yeah, it's the quality with Made in America stands out as being the best.
Yes, absolutely.
And so we are, you can just kind of assume then when you see Made in America that it is going to be the best as opposed to what some of those other countries do.
Right, right, right. Yeah, made in America is important. We love to, grow it, and we love to show off what we've got. But starting with 50 products up to 15,000 now, that's quite a move in 15 years. But we're always trying to grow and add, and of course, cash flow. You got to watch capital. We're a small store.
It doesn't sound real small.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, in the scheme of things, okay, it's
yeah.
you're not the Walmart, but on the other hand, 15,000 products is a pretty good number. Everybody, stick with us. We will be right back and wrap up this segment with Built in America. And if you're out there and you want to go and buy American-made products, MadeInAmericaStore.com is the place that you want to go. So we will be right back. Sorry about that, with Mark Andol, the president of Made in America Store. This last segment of Built in America, my guest is Mark Andol with Made in America Store. Got that one right and out there. Mark, thanks so much for being with us today. It has been a pleasure to get to know you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Nice to meet you too.
And so, when we look at getting folks in, how do you go out there and tell them, they don't always know that it's there. How do you reach out and tell people your story so that they know to come and look?
Yeah, we got a great advertising team. Tony, Sammy, they do a great job getting social media out there. We use all the platforms just to try to get attention and to get people to, know who we are. And maybe if they got a product, they can send an email or Facebook. My team runs all that for me. But they do a great job with it. We almost have 400,000 followers. So there's always something coming up, or somebody, they're sending something out, blogs and whatnot, to get attention.
Yep, absolutely. So what is your funniest story experience that you've had over the last 15 years?
Well, we've had a lot of things. We do a lot of events. Ricky Lee's a country singer out of Altoona, PA. So we put on a lot of shows. Ricky, just through the years, a lot of different people have showed up. We've had a lot of fun with tour buses, people just showing up, our events. They come, we have car shows, all different events just to try to attract people and, let them know what we do, make Made in America important. We try to just raise attention for Made in America and products. And, that's the whole goal, to just kind of create attention. However we can. So events work really well because people, new, even car shows, it might be they bring whatever. We got a food truck there. We've got different ice cream truck or whatnot. So we make it fun, free family fun.
That's wonderful. And, it's one thing that, you've got a store, but another thing when you're a vacation destination. So it's got to be a pleasure for you and fun and exciting to watch these folks come in and have such a good time. For so many large cities, going to the mall is a vacation destination. For you, man, that is a big deal to be a vacation destination.
Yes, yes, especially tour buses. They're having a ball. They're on vacation, and they've spent a decent money to go on their trip. So you want to treat them like kings and queens, and we tell our story, and then we shake their hands, and maybe they wanted food, or they just have a good time for an hour or so, and then they get back on. But they love to see what Americans are making. They probably had the most fun. That's what I enjoy the most. Is the buses probably.
Yep. So is there any category that you're looking at bringing on? Anything that you are shopping for?
Yeah, electronics. It's funny, we have 15,000 products, but nothing that plugs in or takes a battery. Again, we don't make a toaster, we don't make a coffee pot, we don't make a TV or a light, simple products that plug in or take a battery. So, I always said we've been to the moon, but we can't make a toaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's those are not the things that you find made in any of the factories right now, but you know what? That could change.
Absolutely. And that's what you hope. It's going in the right direction right now. Manufacturing's the core of the United States. It's always been the fabric of America. It's the most important. You got to support manufacturing, and everything drives off of manufacturing. So I think that's very important. As everybody, again, they're going to use automation, they're going to use AI, or whatever they need. But it's going to look different, the factories of today, than they did yesterday. But I think it's important, and we can get it done with skilled trade workers, and the push is on.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So as you've seen things kind of start shifting and you're seeing more manufacturing starting in the US?
Yes, yeah, you definitely see it in the last, even with the tariffs, and we kind of stay out of that. China again. I'm always after China a little bit, so I think that's good because we became they're the factory of the world, and we're the consumer of the world, right? So we like to change that a little bit. I think Americans make the best products. We got the best employees, skilled tradesmen. The buildings. I just think we can get it done if given the opportunity to.
Yeah, I agree with you. I know that, some of the numbers that I had seen, the statistics were showing that manufacturing was starting to come back in certain areas, especially things that were heavy. The shipping was so extreme that it was cheaper, even if it cost a little bit more, but you didn't have to pay for the shipping. There was kind of a balance in there. And hopefully then we'll see more and more of that as time goes on.
Yeah, logistically, it makes sense to make it in America. Between our borders, it just totally makes sense. Keep the money here, keep the taxes here. Again,
Absolutely.
manufacturing is the heartbeat of America.
It is. It is. And, being able to make the products that our consumers want, and it's our people that have made them, it makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. You go back again 45 years, everything was pretty well made here, and then we lost it. We gave it away to other countries. We traded off, people's livelihoods
Yeah.
and whatnot in political schemes or whatnot, for whatever reason, the low cost of labor. But it is important to get it back here, pay a fair wage, and make a good quality product. And I think there's advantages to building it here in America.
Yep, there are. And we are so grateful that you were on with us today. We look forward to having featured products on as well, so that you can tell some of those other stories that you've experienced over the last 15 years. Everyone, I encourage you, go to madeinAmericaStore.com and find your favorite product. Support America. Support the manufacturing that happens here, the inventors who make new products. We're going to get more of those into the store. And you know what? That's what we can do for Made in America, is shop in America. Thanks, everybody. John, Mark, thank you so much. John is our tech guy. He's been doing a good job filling in for Matt. And Mark, thank you so much for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you, Rita, for having me on.